This video is intended to help College of the Sequoias child development students apply for certificates. It is all available on the COS website, but it's a little bit of a tricky process with several different pages to navigate. And so the links to those pages will be posted in the comments below for you to access. And then this video is intended to help you kind of walk through that process and apply for certificates. The child development faculty highly encourage you to apply for any and all certificates that you are eligible for. These look great on a resume and help you later on when you go to apply for your child development permit from the state of California, and also help support the COS child development program. Long term, the more certificates students are awarded, it helps to support our programs in the offering of additional courses and many other things behind the scenes. So we encourage you to apply for a certificate if you're eligible, even if you feel like you don't really need it or it may not be something that you're going to necessarily use anytime soon. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is to get the form. So the link will be below, as I said before. And when you scroll down the page of available forms, at the very bottom, you're going to find the form that says Certificate Application Form. And so I will go back to that in just a second after I describe the different types of certificates that you can apply for and tell you exactly what to put on that form. Once you're ready to submit that form, you can either print it and take it to the Admissions and Records office, and the room number is located actually on the form itself, or there are directions here on this page for how to send the document by email. So if you're not going on campus and you want to upload or send the document by email and turn it in that way, you can do that now virtually. So the other thing that you're going to want to know is the list of available certificates and degrees that we have. We currently in 2020 have a 6-unit, a 12-unit, and a 24-unit child development certificate, as well as our degrees that are available. So when you come to our academic catalog, you will see the list of associate degrees and certificates, and scroll down to child development, and you can choose any one of these certificates. And the nice thing about that is that it actually opens that section of the catalog, and you'll be able to see everything here together on the left-hand side. So we have a child development degree for transfer, where you could transfer to a 4-year university and continue your education. We have an associate degree in child development that will not prepare you for transfer, so you will hold a degree in child development but not necessarily transfer to a 4-year university. So that degree is best suited for students who want to hold their degree in child development but don't necessarily want to go on to get a bachelor's degree. We have a degree in child and adolescent development as well. And then we have our 3 certificates. So as you can see, when you select a certificate, this is the assistant certificate, for example. This is our 6-unit certificate. So 6 units are required in order to obtain this certificate. You must have taken Child Development 39, and then you can take any one of these other courses to be eligible for this 6-unit certificate. The next certificate is our 12-unit certificate. And the nice thing about this, as I said before, is that everything is listed here. So these are the 4 classes that are required in order to earn the 12-unit certificate. And the teacher certificate is 24 units, and these are the classes that are required to achieve that certificate. Normally, students do not achieve this certificate until they're in 141, which is kind of the capstone practicum class for our child development program. So these are the names of the certificates as you see them here, okay, just how they're written out right here. And that is going to be what's helpful when you go over to the form and attempt to fill out that form. That's where students sometimes get stuck and are not exactly sure how to figure out the form because it's a little bit unclear unless you've gone to that part of the catalog. So the form is very simple, very basic. You only have to fill out this box that you see right here, okay? So you put your name here and your banner ID number here, your phone number, and how many certificates you're requesting, okay? So every time you get a certificate, that is free. If you need to have 2 certificates, for example, you need one for yourself and then you want one to turn in somewhere, or one to submit with a college application or something like that, or a job application, then you would want to put 2, and your second certificate will cost you money, okay? They're about $5, I think. I can't think of a time when you would need 2. One should be really sufficient because, of course, you can scan it or make copies of it, and then you can submit it that way. So 1 certificate should be sufficient. You have to fill out a application for each individual certificate. So if you suddenly today are realizing that you're eligible for the 6, 12, and 24 unit certificates, You need to fill out one application for the 6, one for the 12, and one for the 24. Okay. The division that you put here is CFS, or Consumer Family Studies. If you put child development, they will know and they'll still accept it, but we are actually housed in the CFS division. Okay, that is child development division. The date of completion is the date that you're going to finish the last course that is required. So if you've already finished the courses, for example, for the 6-unit certificate, put the semester, the month and semester that you finished that last course. If it was Child Development 148 and you finished it in spring of 2020, then that's what you put there, okay? If you're not going to finish it until the end of the current semester, for example, the semester we're in is fall 2020. If you won't finish it till the end of fall, you can put that there. And you can submit certificate applications prior to the end of a semester, and you're encouraged to do so. So, 4 to 8 weeks before the end of the semester, maybe 4 to 6 weeks, you can submit your certificate application, and the admissions office will hold that and process it as soon as grades are posted. So here's where you need the names that we talked about before. If you are applying for the 6-unit child development certificate, remember that was the one that says associate teacher. Okay, and as you can see here, it says skills certificate in child development, associate teacher. So what you're going to put over here, already it's a skills certificate, okay, because we just looked at that here and it tells you that it's a skills certificate. This is the 12 unit, sorry. So you would put 12 units here, and then you would put associate teacher, child development, okay? And that's what goes in that box. Your signature goes here, and then the date. And as you can see here, they've added this at the bottom. If you are submitting it via email, that counts as your proof of signature. You must send it through your student email from COS. And so if there's no signature here, but they're receiving it from your student email, they will know that it is you, and that kind of verifies who you are. And then you do not have to actually physically sign it. If you are not using your COS email to send it, you're using your private email or a Gmail account or something like that, you're going to have to print this out and sign it, and then scan it back and upload it or take a photo, okay? You don't fill out anything here at the bottom. So that's for the 12 unit. If you are completing the 6-unit certificate application, you'd come back over here. Remember, the 6 unit is our assistant, so we know it's 6 units, and it is a skill certificate in child development for assistant. You would put 6 there, and then you would put assistant here, okay, child development assistant. And then the final one would be the teacher. And as you can see, the difference with that one is that this is a certificate of achievement because it's more than 18 units. So this would go in the other line where it says certificate of achievement. You would put there child development teacher. Okay, so 24 units, child development teacher, and that would be how you submit for that one. Okay, so it's very simple. The most important thing to know and remember about this is right here at the bottom in red. If your address and banner is not updated or correct, you absolutely must do that because they're going to mail your certificate to you automatically at the end of the semester that you are eligible. So make sure that you go in banner before you submit this and update your address and banner. Okay, that would be in your student profile and banner. Make sure that your address is correct. Whatever you have listed there for your mailing address is where they're going to automatically send the certificate. Okay, these usually come shortly after the end of a semester. So within 8 weeks at the most, you should have your certificate in hand. If you don't, then you should follow up with the admissions office, and their phone number is here at the top and their information. Okay, and the other thing is if you're on campus, any of the 3 campuses, this tells you where you can submit it as well. So if you're actually physically on campus, you can submit the hard copy of this form in room 107. If you're in the Tulare campus, it's building A, the student services office, and then it's the hub at the Hanford Educational Center. And so make sure that you get it submitted. If it passed and it was a long time ago and you feel like you're eligible and you never got the certificate, you can absolutely go back and submit it for a past semester. There's no problem with that. So hopefully you have all the information you need to apply for a certificate. If you still end up needing help figuring this out or getting it submitted, reach out to any of the full-time faculty. We're more than willing to help you get this submitted. And again, it benefits you guys and us in the long term, and so we would really appreciate it if you would apply. Good luck. Thanks for being a COS student, and we'll talk to you guys soon.